so I'm recording this on my phone, and it's a pretty old phone, probably about 8 years old. So sorry about the quality. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do today is take off the front bumper, and I'm gonna take off the headlights, the whole assembly, and the buckets. I'm gonna do that to clean up the fog lights and just clean up behind here and stuff like that. That's really nothing I can do since these are glass, but I'm gonna take these off to sand them. And yeah, my brother, he painted these, and look how they turned out. That's actually like clear coat that just turned yellow. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is take out the bumper, take out the lights, and then I'm gonna prep the bumper for paint. I'm gonna paint the bumper separate from the car, because what I was planning to do was sand down the bumper on the car, repaint it on the car, but I kind of don't want to do all the masking. So what I'm gonna end up doing is prepping the bumper and getting it ready, and then I'm going to put the bumper there, spray it there, wait a few hours, and then put it back on, so it can just be one straight shot. I might paint over this factory bare plastic, because DAs come with this bare, and the DV2 GSRs, they come all painted. I'm gonna paint over these, but I'm not gonna keep it that way. I'm just gonna end up getting some bumper paint, masking the perimeter, and then repainting this black, so it'll look nice and sharp, and it's gonna match those the side moldings when I paint those too, so it's gonna look pretty good. But yeah, so let me get started. I really tried to take this off before, and I struggled so hard. So I don't even know how this is gonna go. But I know that there's a screw here, 2 screws here, and 2 screws over there. And I don't know if there's actually bolts that are behind here, or if there's just the fasteners here. But yeah, so I'm really not sure how to take this off, unlike, a Civic or CRX. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, guys, so besides that, here's the car overall. It's just been sitting up. It's smogged, freshly smogged, registered, insured. It still has that two-tone look to it. I like this car a lot. It drives so good. It drives super good. It's so smooth, but it is too low and it bottoms out. But as far as like the way it engages the clutch, the power, the acceleration, the turning, everything is just like, it's amazing for such an older car. Really impressed. So yeah, and that's one thing I was thinking about doing, guys. I think you guys heard me in some other videos. I'm just gonna end up getting max feeding rods, coilovers, and maxing them up all the way up. Get some nice wheel gap in there, and yeah, and just rock it like that, because I just want something that will not be slammed like it is. Well, not slammed, but how so low it is. And I just want something that's gonna be permanent, instead of just having to switch up the setups all the time, wasting money, trying to save money. You cheap out, you buy 5 times, you spend something, you buy something good, and you only buy it once. But yeah, where I parked the car, there's a water leak, and that's where all that came from. But yeah, from the rain from above. So yeah, well, when it rains, on rainy days. So yeah, so guys, I'm gonna get started, and yeah. So guys, I've been wanting to go to the junkyard for parts, but these things are kind of getting rare. DAs are not in the junkyard, and whenever they are, it's either like tan interior, or the part that I want is gone, because I have seen some, but they were just pulled already. So before it was 4 or 5 always posted inside of the junkyard, so there was a big selection of parts, and but it's not like that anymore. So I see some right here, and I'll just try and take this out. Let's see how this goes. Light's all loose and everything. Alright guys, so I've been struggling with this thing for a minute already, and I'm looking all around. There's no fasteners, but then I see some screws right here. Maybe that could be it, but yeah, I'm getting kind of frustrated. My back is hurting already. In the bottom here. Okay, I see something right here. Those are 10s. Let me take those off. But that's kind of weird that those would prevent this from coming off. Like if there's something here holding it. But okay, so I'm gonna take those 2 10s. Let's see. So I took those 2 sleeved bolts out, but now I think I know what the hell's going on. This bracket has that screw, and that screw is, I think, is going to the bumper beam. So let's see. There we go, yes. Oh yes. Let's see, can I get this? So nice. I was struggling for a long time last time. Okay, it looks like there's something there holding that, and this is free. Put this right here. Now let me loosen this up, and yeah, we'll take this off. So let the bumper off everything, and now took these 4 bolts off. Okay, so I have to take this off. It's gonna be that one. Slide right out. Disconnect it. Disconnect everything. But yeah, pretty straightforward. After this, I'm going to prep the bumper. I got that middle section right here, and a couple other spots, but I actually, a long time ago, I sanded down the whole bumper and I got it straight 100% on this side because there were scuffs, and I got it 100% on this side. I just have some stuff to do right here in the center, and this thing's 100% ready to go. That's kind of cool. I'm glad that I did that in the past. So I'm gonna take off these lights, and then I really want to like try and clean as much as possible, and yeah, just get the old crud off. So it's a good thing that it still has all this stuff intact and it's not all broken like the CRX was, and it's still pretty good. It lines up nicely. The only thing though is that the hood, I kind of want to get another hood for it and ditch this one because this one has just a lot of filler, and this is something that I really don't want on this car. And believe it or not, the car has zero filler besides the hood, but none of the panels, nothing has any filler, which is kind of cool. Considering, you know, these cars do always have a lot of, oh wait, actually, I think one of these quarter panels actually had an older pair, my bad. But I remember I seen some type of green turquoise looking filler when I was sanding it. I take that back. Yeah, so. But as long as it's not just like a total wreck though. But yeah, so I'm gonna get these lights off, and yeah, look at those cam gears, so nasty. Somebody had painted them blue, the previous owners. It was all bad, everything was bad. But this thing came a long way. Like, you guys might think that this car's in rough shape. If you've seen this car when it first arrived into my brother's hands, you would not believe what the hell he just bought. The only thing that was cool as hell was the engine, and the transmission was beat. It had a hydro transmission, which had a conversion from hydro to cable, and that was janky and clanking everywhere, and it was just so much slop and everything, and it was just awful. So he put it back to a cable transmission and a much better transmission on top of it. So yeah, so I want to put the stock box in. I want to get a proper battery with a tie down and paint the valve cover, blow some paint around here, just a little paint all the way around. It'll look very nice. Clean up the manifold, get rid of all this, and yeah, because he had just put this just to get it going and, you know, have some type of filtration, but he did want to put the stock box. He has the box and I actually have it, and I'm gonna put that for him. So yeah, so I actually kind of want to ditch this header and just put the stock shield manifold on. That'll look pretty nice with the you know, the cover right there. I actually have a couple of them, so I'll put that and paint it. It's gonna look real nice, but that's in time, in due time. I just want to get the exterior looking good, just so it doesn't turn so many heads, like how big of a bucket it is. But yeah, so I'm still going at it. Just have 2 bolts. I don't even have a 10, so I'm using these water pump pliers. Pretty freaking nice by Doyle. These things are like $5 at Harbor Freight, and they are a very high tempered steel. They have no give at all, no flex. Old school style plugs. Alright, got everything. What else is hanging me up? Perfect. Dang, pretty heavy duty assembly right here. This is at least 15 pounds. You're looking at 30 pounds for lights alone. Yeah, so having all this glass, it pretty dangerous, I bet. Having one of these hit somebody in the head, a pedestrian, a child, getting hit with in the knee, me see this bone right here versus this will win anytime. And yeah, that's why they switched to big plastic bulky lights, because when it hits pedestrians and people and probably animals, you'll survive it, but you will not survive that. But yeah, so finally got it off. It looks pretty dang good, man. I think I'm just gonna cut it off right there, take a break. I'm gonna get all the hardware, put them in a little plastic baggie, and yeah, I remember he had swapped all this out because the junkyard, I told him to get that at the original junkyard, some old school junkyard that we used to go to. They had so many DAs and RSXs too, but I didn't even have an RSX. But he had to swap this for a 92, 93 because the 90, 91 would not work with that style bumper because of the lights and the mounting and stuff. So it looks like he's missing a bolt right here. But yeah, it's kind of grimy right here, I'm guessing because of the power steering. That thing leaks 100%. I have this hood pin. It works and everything with the alarm, so if somebody pops it open, you know, it's at least a little security. But yeah. So, alright guys, so that's going to be a little video. I'm just going to post this up real quick. If you want to see the continuation of this, smash the like. And yeah, so I'm definitely in neck deep with this and the RSX hood. I'm just gonna complete that next, and then complete this when I finally have this bumper complete and on the car, paint it. It's gonna look so nice. Then I have to deal with a fresh hood. Just gonna paint it black, but I don't want all this body filler. And then from there, it's going to be suspension, brakes, and some bushings and stuff like that. On the power steering leaked so bad, but besides that, it's gonna be pretty dang smooth. So if you want to see more, comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one.